Welcome, everybody. This is Coach Dante and Con Man, the Sports Report. This is the new morning show of the Sports Report, man. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. This morning, man, we got NFL in Week 3 kicked up in the high gear, and we got NBA coming up in a month, man. We got some NBA preseason coming up in a month. NBA about to start soon. We got some training camp battles. We got training camp coming up too for the NBA. So, Con man, what's good, man? How you doing this morning, man?
Coach, man, I'm doing great, man. I want to thank you and Ku McCain and Keith for inviting me to come on the show. I'm looking forward to it. Get to hang out with you, my man, of course. We're going to talk some great things. I love the topics that we're going to be talking about this morning. And I'm glad you included some NBA because you know how I roll with that.
Oh, yeah, man. You do a hell of a job, man. You do a hell of a job what you do on your show over there, man. Love supporting that show by NBA and Life, man. I love it, man. I love it. NBA is the bread and butter. We got NBA coming back, and trust me, we got some good things for y'all coming up in the NBA, cooking up when the NBA season start. So training camp about to start for the NBA, but football Week 3 recap. Week 3. We have Miami put up a 70 spot on Sean Payton. Baddest Nathaniel Hackett was last year. His team never gave up 70 points last year, as bad as he was. The defense last year we know was more competitive, was very good last year for Denver. The offense was really, really bad. But I don't see a slight change of the offense. The offense is not as good still as the same thing, but this defense made him regret. So, Con man, how about that 50-point whooping that Miami put up on the Denver Broncos, scoring 70 points, and everything looked so easy when Miami offense was flowing, when Miami offense was running the gun, everything just looked so easy. Miami just looked like the best team in football at this point right now. But what you think about that offensive display by Miami they put on against Denver?
One thing we didn't discuss, Waddle didn't even play.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? That could have been even more of a beatdown. I personally think, Coach, I think that they sent a message to Payton. I think Miami wanted to send a message to Payton because he came in like he was going to be gangbusters. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He was going to change Wilson. And apparently it looks like it's going the opposite way. I mean, they had a lot of expectations. He's getting $10 million a year to try to produce some type of offense, some type of continuity with the defense as well as the offense, trying to get Wilson into a better flow. And obviously that didn't happen. As far as Miami's concerned, I mean, Tua is on point. He's accurate as hell. I mean, his passes are on point. He's got a great offensive line. The running games, I mean, he got everything flowing. The defense is flowing. I don't see a team better than them. I really don't. I think they're going to go far. I think they're definitely probably going to end up being in the Super Bowl. I know it's too early to project, but I think they might end up being in the Super Bowl.
Yep. So we got Key in the building, J-Dub. J-Dub in the building. Y'all don't know who J-Dub is? That's Jury. That's Jury right there. That is J-Dub. And Bean and Bobby. Good win yesterday, Mr. Bobby. His New England Patriots. Yeah, but that was an absolute massacre yesterday. Even without Jalen Waddle. I ain't know Jalen Waddle didn't play. Russell Wilson, I mean, had 306 yards and a tough reception, but hey, they can't keep pace with Miami. Miami right now is the highest scoring team in the league. Tua only incompleted 3 passes, 4 touchdowns, but every touchdown looked easy. My boy, man, Devin A-Chain, the rookie out of Houston, the running back out of Houston. Yes, I said it, out of Houston, man. The track star. I watched Devin A-Chain play personally. His high school is not too far away from me. This dude is a athlete when I say athlete, 18 carries, 203 yards, a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 3 carries, 82 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So the running back, even Chris Brooks came in and got 9 yards for 66. Tyreek Hill, 9 catches, 157 yards. And it got so bad, Chosen Anderson beat Patrick Surtain for a touchdown. It was that bad in the game. Mike White threw a touchdown pass, came in the game and threw a touchdown pass. But if you had a chance, like the record was 73, Conn, man. If you had a chance to break the record, would you have done it? Like, would you have done it? Because they were down there in scoring position. They could have broken it. They could have broken the record. So
that's a damn tough question. You know, tough question. Would I've done it? Yes, I would have. Yeah, I think so. I think to make history. I think, you know what I mean? Opportunity to make history. I would have definitely done it.
Yeah, I would have done it too. But that just showed you how bad the Broncos. If you're gonna play that bad and you're gonna allow me to do what I want to do, I might as well break the record. I already got 70 on you. I already beating you by 50. I might as well just go ahead and do it all together. So I definitely agree with you. I would have broken it. I know Mike McDaniel sent a message, but if you're gonna allow me to run up and down the field on you and do that to you, yeah, I might well just go ahead and just broken the record at that point of time on you, since they play like that. Now Denver season is probably over before it even got started. So Sean Payton look like he's not making a difference of this team. Everybody. We all got on Nathaniel Hackett, and rightfully so. He wasn't ready to be a head coach. But Sean Payton, no different. The team is still the same way, no different. Key brought up something. He said, man, they look like a high school team out there, more high school team out there. The way they play, that looked like Little League. Somebody like Little League out there. Man, that was crazy. That was unreal, man. I know I was focusing on my Texans yesterday, but when I'm looking at that, God, man, that was pretty bad. So we got the Arizona Cardinals getting their first win, Conn, man, yesterday. They won a game, man. Arizona been competing, man. They've been really competing the last 2 weeks. They blew a lead versus the Giants, and they were up 21-0 versus the Giants. They came back, lost that game. They had a competitive game, won against the Washington Commanders. So they've been very good versus the NFC East, man. They got one against the Eagles coming up too sooner or later soon. But how about the Cardinals, man, beating the Cowboys, man, yesterday, beating America's team. Everybody loved it when the Cowboys, that's the last team you should get beat by. It's Arizona, but Arizona low-key has been playing good, man. Josh Dobbs has been playing well. James Conner has been good. You had your boy Hollywood Brown was good yesterday. Was it good Cardinals or was it bad Cowboys? Conn?
I'm going to keep it with you. Last week, the Cardinals showed that they weren't going to give up. They were saying that the team was going to tank. They're definitely not tanking. They're coming out playing very aggressive. I think they're doing the damn thing. And I think a lot of the Cowboys fans are going to say it was a trap game. I don't think it was. I think Arizona came out ready to play. They were home. I thought that the Cowboys maybe didn't give them enough respect, and they found right off the get-go. You know what I mean? Arizona got that quick lead, gave them the confidence, and like you said, Dobbs played well, Connors played well, and they kind of held 11 from heaven in check a little bit. You know what I mean? So I think that Arizona, man, they're going to be a team to contend with, man. Just gave them the confidence. Now get back to Dallas. Oh, I know Big Time's going to be upset. I know Stephen A. must be on TV right now acting the fool. But I think that, they definitely got upset. I think they need to make some changes as far as maybe the way they handle the offenses. And the fact is, what did they say? They only gave up, 10 points in the first 2 games?
Yep.
And what did they give up yesterday? So that makes a difference. And look who they played. They played the Jets and they played the Giants. Key's son's football team could beat the Jets right now. You know what I mean? So I just think that the Dallas Cowboys right now, rude awakening. It didn't ruin their year, but I think they're going to step up and play a lot better than they did yesterday.
See, when you play a team like that, when people don't know, Con man, like it's kind of like in basketball. When you play a team like that, they got a lot of guys. They got a lot of stuff to prove. You're gonna come out and play hard for anybody. You're gonna come out and play hard. That you prove that to be a worth in this league. That hey, I can play in this league with these guys, with these big time guys. When you have a team like that, that's not supposed to be doing good at all. That's supposed to be tanking and let it be known that they be tanking. You're gonna have guys come out there and play hard because you know why? They want to prove that they can play in the league with these top tier guys. So Arizona, yeah, we can look at Jonathan Gannon and say he's the worst defensive coordinator over there. But again, he got this Cardinals team playing. He got this Cardinals team playing throughout the first 3 weeks. They lost every game they played was close. You could have argued they won. They should have won. Cardinals, low key, they could have been at least 2-1, 2-1, and it's like I say, I like the way the team playing. They only gave up 16 points versus Dallas, a team that put 40 on the Giants. And Giants supposed to be a respectable team. They are a respectable team. Then they blew the game in the second half. But the fact is they did play well. They wish they would have held on to it. Wish they would have held on to the lead. But this game, they held on to the lead. Man, when you talking about running all over Dallas in the first half, I mean, James Conner got a lead. They had, I think, 188 yards in the first half on supposed to be very good Dallas, the best defense at that time coming into this game for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott threw a red zone interception, which was terrible to former Eagle Kaiser White over there. You had Tony Pollard ran 23 carries, 122 yards. The best receiver was Michael Gallup over there for the Cowboys. That was the best receiver. Now Josh Dobbs, man, he has not had an opportunity in Pittsburgh, but he is balling over here in Arizona, man. Yep. He had 17 for 21, 189 yards in a tub, and he can run that ball. James Conner also had 98 yards. He was just shy for over 100 yards rushing. Josh Dobbs, he had 6 for 55, man. Man, this Arizona team is playing, Con, man. This Arizona team is really playing their hearts out. And, regardless, they supposed to be tanking or not, like I said, man, they out here playing for Jonathan Gannon. They out here playing for him. And you got some players that's trying to prove they can play in this league. And that, like I said again, man, it's just kind of like in the NBA. When you're a G League team in the NBA and you're gonna play hard. You're gonna play hard just to prove, hey, we can play with these other guys. We can play with these other guys, and you work for another opportunity or work for another contract. And there ain't no pressure on Arizona. There ain't no pressure on Arizona either. Remember, they will pick to be tanking. There ain't no pressure on us. So don't you think, Con, man, for a question for you, being a great basketball mind, being a part of the game for a long time. Same thing applies to football. There's no pressure on the Arizona Cardinals, right? Because they're supposed to be tanking, right? You throughout the end of the season, when you're in a playoff competition or a playoff, ain't these the type of teams, regardless if it's in the NBA or the NFL, these are the type of teams you don't want to face, right? Because they got nothing to prove at the end of the year, right?
These teams are very dangerous.
Yes.
Just for the fact they're getting them. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to play with so much heart and soul. And as a former player, I like them opportunities. You know what I mean? So I really think that when you play teams like that are hungry and have nothing to lose, they play carefree and they can do what they want. Those are the most dangerous teams to watch out for. Yeah. Because you don't know how to game plan for them as well.
Yep, got you. You don't know what to expect. Don't know what to expect from them. I mean, that goes on in the NBA when you're in the playoff stretch. Hey, the worst teams be the dangerous teams at the end of it because they ain't gonna lay down to you. You expect them to go out there and lay down. They're not gonna lay down to you. Same thing in the NFL. You expect the Cardinals to go out there and lay flat down. They're not gonna do that for you. They're not gonna do that. These guys make money. They got jobs too. They trying to feed families too. They're not gonna just lay down. We expect them to tank, but they're not gonna lay down. But we go the Cowboys. The Cowboys. This is a step back loss for them. I mean, they got to win against they blew out. They made a statement on opening night for put a 40-point whooping on the Giants immediately. Nobody expect that, especially in the Giants' home. They come back. They put a statement on the New York Jets. They scored 30 points and they only gave up 10. The Cowboys, will they bounce back from this, Con, man? Will they bounce back from this?
Yes, but it would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that they lost Diggs, who could end up career-ending, season-ending injury. I think that made a major factor as well. But to answer your question, Cowboys will definitely bounce back. They got too much talent on the offensive end. I think they'll be adjusting the defensive end with the loss of Diggs, and I think they're going to perform better. And I don't think they'll let teams surprise up on them. I think they'll be ready and prepared, and I think they're going to be all right.
Got you on that one. So we do have Justin Fields, Chicago. I don't know what the heck is going on with Chicago. They look like the worst team in the NFL at this point right now. Look like the worst team. Body language not looking good. Coaching not looking good. Players not looking good. Players don't look like they don't care. They're not giving effort. Concussion. Fields maybe caught a concussion yesterday. Caught a concussion, a very bad concussion yesterday. But it's an absolute shit shell going over there in Chicago at this point right now. It's a dumpster fire. Justin Field development has not regressed. He has regressed this year. It's not been good. This team don't look good. This defense don't look good. The offensive line is still not fixed. The players, the coaches not holding themselves accountable enough. The players are not buying in, and the players are quitting every time they go through adversity. So other than that, cool. I mean, Con, man, is it time for a little change over there in Chicago due to all the shenanigans going on?
You know, Coach, before I go into that, Fields is my cousin, for real.
Okay.
No, real talk. Okay. Real talk. So I'm getting a lot of heat right now. Mm-hmm. I'm getting a lot of heat right now. But to answer your question, yeah, they should definitely give it up. I mean, the record has been horrendous. I mean, they're losing everything. Defensive coordinator. I mean, I call it the total eclipse.
Yep.
Because they are messing up all around. They're giving up. And it's only the third game of the season. What's going to happen to the next 14? You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going to tank and maybe get Williams. I don't know what they're hurting on every angle: offense, defense, special teams, coaching. What are you going to do? I don't know.
Yep, I said start with the coaching over there. The players not come in ready to play. I mean, like I say, you say it's the Chiefs, but I mean, you got to give some type of effort though. You got to give some type of effort. You got to give some type of effort, and the players are just not doing that. The coaches and the players are not on the same page. I mean, you should be able to move the ball up and down the field versus the Chiefs. Rather, if you get in the end zone or not, that remains to be seen if you can get in the end zone or not. Yes, you can move the ball up and down the field versus the Kansas City Chiefs. But again, will they let you in the end zone or not? That remains to be seen. But this team don't look good. Only 10 points. You gave up all your draft capital to get DJ Moore. You sacrificed that. Justin Fields had to be the best running back yesterday. Basically 11 for 47. He also completed 11 passes for 99 yards. DJ Moore 3 for 41 was the best wide receiver yesterday. But the Kansas City Chiefs after that loss versus the Detroit Lions, I mean them in Miami right now is proven to be the cream of the crop of the AFC at this point. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 272 yards. Isaiah Pacheco and Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 15 carries, so they did run the ball. And Travis Kelce comes back and get a touchdown themselves. The Kansas City Chiefs look like they're figuring things out with Travis Kelce being at the helm. Do you see them matching up against the Miami Dolphins the way everything is playing out right now? Who would win a matchup between those two if you had to pick the way everything is going right now? Yes, the Miami Dolphins at their best right now, Carmen, at their best versus the Chiefs right now. What do you think will actually happen in that?
That's a tough question first thing in the morning, my brother, man. But I think that right now I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins. Right now, I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins. And especially if it's at home or away.
Okay.
If it's in Miami, I'm rolling with Miami. I think they'll have the full complement of players.
Yep.
I think that with their offensive, they got so many weapons. They got the running game. Pacheco, what, 6th-round draft pick? Look at him. I mean, at sharp money. And the fact is, they got the great wide receivers. They got a great defense. And I'm going to roll with Miami. I think got to watch out for Kansas City's defense because Jones is playing out of his mind again. Got to watch out for that. And, of course, they got the great man, Mahomes. You always got to give him some respect. And Kelsey's back healthy. But if you ask me right today, I'm rolling with Miami. I think they're unstoppable.
Got you. Hey, that's the best offense in the league. That's the best offense in the league as of right now. So it's hard to cool that. It's hard to stop that offense and cool that offense down. So you definitely right up on that one. So should Andy Dalton start over Bryce Young? That's the question. Bryce Young is hurt for a couple of weeks with an ankle injury, and that was the question about rookie Bryce Young coming in. Will he hold up in the NFL? And throughout the second week of the season, he gets hurt. He gets hurt immediately with an ankle injury. First overall pick. Should Andy Dalton start over Bryce Young? Should he start over him?
Coach, I think if Andy Dalton started at the beginning of the year, it might be better for Bryce Young. But you're starting Bryce Young. You went out of the way to get him, and now you're going to bench him? How's that going to be on his psyche, on his mind?
Hey, I say that all the time.
If you started Dalton and have him, Bryce Young, learn like Aaron Rodgers and Love, something like that, I would agree with you. But you already started the rookie, second year man, and you're playing him. He gets hurt. Now Dalton's a good replacement because he has all the experience that you would want, but you're going to do detriment to Bryce Young if you go and start Dalton at this stage of his career.
Yep, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. And here's why: you invested the first overall pick on him. You did. I mean, injuries happen every day in the NFL, but it's like everybody been saying it. Everybody been saying he's small, and rightfully so. He is small, and he's already have trouble with injuries at this point. But you invested the first overall pick in him. So if he doesn't play, and Andy Dalton plays, and Andy Dalton does play while he's out, I get that. But Bryce Young comes back and healthy, he should be back out there on the field. The rookie's going to make a mistake. They're going to make a mistake. CJ Stroud is hotter than the hot pocket, but I'm expecting him to cool down at some point. I'm going to expect him to go through his growing pains at some point. But the Panthers organization right now, giving up DJ Moore, which is, I think that was solid. That's solid right now. That looks really good upon their behalf. It look really smart. Mm-hmm. But other than that, the Panthers picking Bryce Young right now. Hey, I don't know about it, man. Like I say, I love Bryce Young. I'm a big fan of Bryce Young. But hey, love me some CJ fucking Stroud. Love that motherfucker. One thing, hey, I want to say one thing, and I'm gonna say it on 7,200 seconds. I want to give a special thank you card for one thing, the one damn thing Davis Mills did right. Hey, you know what he did, Cool? You know what he did, Con Man? You know what he did, Jack? He won us that fucking game against Indianapolis. So I'm saying from that. From beating coming back and beating Indianapolis. So I'm going to chunk Davis Mills a special thank you card for doing that, because that allowed us to get CJ Stroud, which is, I wasn't mad that we did win that game. Everybody was going crazy. Texas Twitter was going crazy. Everybody was in my chat going crazy, said Texas are dumb. But I said, hold on. We got the number 2 overall pick. We know the Bears are not going to pick a quarterback. We know they're going to want to trade that pick. But guess what? That number 2 pick, I knew was going to be CJ Stroud. Because, again, I just didn't watch Bryce Young. Yes, I like the Bryce Young. I love Bryce Young. Like I said, I love Bryce Young. But I also love the CJ Stroud, too. I knew what he could do, knew how good he was as well. So I didn't want to give Davis Mills and Key, who, Conn, J-Dub, we're going to give Davis Mills and write our signature and give him a thank you card for allowing us to land CJ Stroud. But other than that, yes, like I said, I definitely agree with you. The man going to make mistakes. If he's healthy, he comes back. Let him be the starting quarterback. Let him fight through his mistake. Let him fight through his mistakes he's going to make. Andy Dalton at this point right now is a backup. He's nowhere near a starting quarterback at this point. He's behind a good man, good football man, a solid quarterback. He's around a good veteran. So if he comes back, he should be allowed to get back out there on that field and play. If you're going to start the rookie, you got to be willing to let him go through his mistakes. If you're going to start anybody, regardless of what it is, you got to allow them to go through their mistakes and make mistakes. You got to trust in them. You know, a rookie is going to hit into that rookie wall at some point. And Bryce Young right now was hitting into that rookie wall. And trust me, CJ Stroud going to be the same way. He's going to hit right into it. But hey, you got to let these young guys learn from their mistakes. And that's what something a lot of coaches don't do. They don't have time to wait for a rookie and be patient with a rookie. But with a rookie, you have to be patient with these guys. You don't want to break their confidence too early and show you don't have that faith in them. If you're going to invest in high in them, you got to allow them to get out there and see what they can do. And you got you just got to groom a man. You just got to have the ultimate faith in them. And I think, man, when some of these coaches realize they give up on a rookie so much, they quick to pull them out after mistakes they made, and knowing they're gonna hit that rookie wall. Then they starting to lose the player. When the player goes somewhere else to perform, you wonder why that player goes somewhere else and perform, because coaches on their prominent teams not allowing them to make the proper mistakes and try to make the adjustment that they need to correct, that they need to definitely correct. So,
and you know something too, Coach?
Yes, sir.
What if the coach gave up on Peyton Manning? You remember what he did his first year?
Yep. I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Way more interceptions than touchdowns. Yep.
So you gotta let the man go, let his feet get wet, and you never know what can happen.
Yep.
But you throw him out there and then get rid of him, that messes up his confidence, and it could be a detriment to their future progression.
Yep. I mean, like I say, Drew Bledsoe, he gets hurt. Tom Brady gets on the field, and Bledsoe never sees the field again. Rightfully so, because Tom Brady took that team to the Super Bowl that year, and they won it. Rightfully so. But like you said, the same thing. Hey, what if Drew Bledsoe was healthy and he threw Tom Brady? He threw Bledsoe right back in now. He threw him right back in now. Now Tom Brady led the team to the Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl. He gonna feel some type of way. And Drew Bledsoe was a very good. We know how good he was. We know he was a very good quarterback at that time. We knew how good he was.
And then he also went to Dallas and got booted out by somebody that's on national TV right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Like that one, yeah. Like that one, right? Yeah, cuz that was, yeah. So does the Bengals have enough to protect Joe Burrow? Comment. Do you think the Bengals have enough to protect Joe Burrow?
Right now, I say no. I mean, look how many times he's been sacked. You know what I mean? His career, he hasn't even had a full preseason. Mm-hmm. Has not played one preseason game.
Yep.
How are you going to connect and have any confidence with the fellow receiving, the offensive line? Obviously, him suffering all those sacks, that can't continue. Every year he's had major injuries. The one that really wasn't caused by the defense was that's the only time that it was not due to a football injury. So, I mean, right now, to answer your question, I would say no. I think they're going to invest in some offensive line, and they got to try to protect him better. And we don't know how long he's going to be out for. He may be out for a month from what I'm hearing. So I don't know. But to answer your question, Coach, I would say no, obviously.
Yeah. Like I say, I agree. I don't think they have enough. They don't look good right now. Right now, they're 0-2. They need a desperate win versus the Rams at home tonight. So They need a desperate win, man. They need a win. They need a win tonight. However you could get it, they need a win. They need a win tonight. So other than that, hey, I'm gonna tell you this. This man Joe Burrow look like he's stealing money right now. He's stealing a little bit of money due to the fact, that he played that horrible game versus the Cleveland Browns. Then he come back, then y'all come back, y'all get beat again, and it's frustrating. Now you got to go through, try who you want to pay, Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. Got to figure that situation out. If I have to guess, T. Higgins is the odd man out. So, I mean, hey, Cincinnati going through a lot of stuff right now. They have to do. They got some moves they need to make. They got to choose a wide receiver, who they want to stay, who they want to let go. Since Cincinnati right now, like I say, they got some decisions to make at this point right now. So again, definitely agree with you. And we go from 1-0 for team to another 0 for team. The Minnesota Vikings are 0-3 right now. Kirk Cousins era may be over in Minnesota, but Kirk Cousins, I don't think he's a problem in Minnesota. Yes, he threw that interception in the end zone. It was a bad interception. But before that, he had a solid game. He's been having his last 3 games has been really good, even though it comes in a loss. And you know what? This damn defense is still bad for Minnesota. This defense is bad. It's really, really bad. Just like the Chargers. That defense is really, really bad. That Chargers defense is bad. Justin Herbert got them to a win yesterday. Kirk Cousins threw that 1 interception. And like I say, his era in Minnesota may be over. And if it keeps going on and on, you might want to need to trade. You might need to give him up. You might need to go ahead and pull the plug in. Now, the question to you, Con, man, is a Kirk Cousins era over in Minnesota? And if it gets any worse at the trade deadline, do you pull the plug? Go ahead and pull the plug.
If it continues the way it is, I think you've got to give it consideration. But okay. I also think the way him and Justin Jefferson are connected, I think that he might have control.
Yep.
As to whether or not, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not all his fault. But again, like you said, they're 0-3. If they go 0-5, I think you've got to get consideration there and try to get the value you can get, whatever value you can get from him. But he's definitely not the main reason why they're losing. Like you said, the defense is terrible.
Yeah,
but they have a great connection. Him and Jefferson, you got to admit that they have a great connection. And is this time over? I think you got to wait. Just wait and see. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think he's going to still be there at the end of the year.
Got you on that one. Mr. Big Time in the building. OG Big Time.
Oh,
Mr. Big Time in the building. How you doing, Mr. Big Time, man? How you
Big
doing?
Time in the house.
Mr. Big Time. Love that brother right there, Mr. Big Time.
Absolutely.
Realest Cowboys fan that I probably know, man. Him and other Mr. Big Time in the building. My boy Cowboys Corner. Shout out to my boy Cowboys Corner. And Doug getting a crew over there in Dallas doing some great things. Mr. Big Time came in the building. Can't wait to see him. That's why I can't wait to see him NBA too. So, because them let him, man, hey, Big Time is the realest dude. Big Time real, man. Big Time is actually real. Like, he'll tell you in a heartbeat. And I know he went in on them damn Cowboys yesterday, the way they folded up against Arizona. But Arizona has been playing some really good football too. We just talked about that. They've been playing some really good football as well. So we got the preview the Monday night ball games today. Before we get into the NBA, he said we would try. Rightfully so, they were. So we got the Monday night games today. We got the Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we got the Rams going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Both teams, Tampa Bay coming in 2-0. They will be at home versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles coming in 2-0. Their defense, their secondary hasn't looked the best. Their secondary hasn't really looked the best. Defense hasn't really looked the same, but they still gets the job done. The offense is still dynamic. The offense is still good. The running game is still good. The running game won them the game pretty much against the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings pretty much, they need to get the running game going. And I think this is going to be a key to beating Tampa Bay tonight. I think the running game, you got to get DeAndre Swift going early, take a lot of pressure off Jalen Hurts' arm. Jalen Hurts is going to be able to make the throws he's supposed to make. And having James Bradbury back and Blankenship back will definitely help the Philadelphia Eagles out tonight. I'm expecting the Eagles to win this football game, but I'm not underestimate Tampa Bay and how well they're playing, especially a home game. They're going to be looking to come out with house money and compete against the Philadelphia Eagles. But I think the Philadelphia Eagles will edge out in a very close game. I think the game is going to be closer than what people actually think. Now, Eagles are the defending NFC champs, so you're going to get everybody best. You're going to get everybody best every single night or every single day you play, every single time you play them. And right now the Eagles are the cream of the crop in the NFC. I believe that. Even when Dallas was playing, I still think I still would have took the Eagles over the Dallas Cowboys because, again, yes, Dallas Cowboys were playing better than the Eagles, but I still think the Eagles will probably be the best overall squad in the NFC. But other than that, what you think about this game tonight, Conn? Who you think got this game? The Eagles.
Well, right now I think that Tampa Bay has surprised everyone. What I mean by that is Baker Mayfield. They said his career was damn near over.
Yep.
And he came back and he took that place of that guy. I forgot his name. The guy that used to probably back the Patriots. I don't know his name. But he took over. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And he's playing very well this year so far. I think, he's doing some things that people didn't expect. But I definitely think the Eagles are going to come back strong tonight. I think they're going to come back very effective. They haven't played their best ball yet. Yep. And I think they're going to come out real strong. They're going to be showing that the running game. They're going to get the passing game to effect. And I think the Eagles definitely get this one.
Definitely. Gotcha. I definitely agree. I think the Eagles win this game. I think the Eagles win this game in a close fashion ball game. So, but like I say, not underestimate Tampa Bay. They could come out. They could play hard. And like I say, Eagles are the NFC defending champions, so they're going to get everybody best. They're going to definitely give everybody best. Congratulations to Mr. Big Time, 1,000 subscribers, man. Absolutely. Doing some big things over there. Big Time. One of my favorite Cowboys content creators over there, man. So shout out to him. So like I say, we also got the Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Rams got an upcoming very good wide receiver coming up. Rams have been playing very good. They shocked everybody by whooping up on the Seattle Seahawks the first week of the season. And they got the Bengals tonight. They got the beat up Bengals tonight. Conn, who you pulling for in this game? What you think going to happen in this game?
Hey, Stafford is playing out of his mind. I'm telling you right now, gotta watch out. Looks like the old Stafford. So and even though the game against Cincinnati, Burrow questionable, probably not gonna play. I think Rams gonna light him up. I think they're gonna light him up.
I like that, but like I say, I was the only one that pulled for the Cincinnati Bengals because I think they're gonna come out and play desperation football. And if you not trying to go down 0-3, you're gonna do whatever it takes to win a game. And I think this is one of these games that will show if the Cincinnati Bengals are gonna have a lot of fight in them. This is the game that will show that, hey, it's time to put all our coins on the table, and it's time to go out there and play some desperate football. We got to go out there and play some desperate football. So I'm going to expect the Rams to win, the Bengals to win this in a close game, but I would not be shocked if the Rams pull it off the way the Rams are playing. But this is one of these desperate games that, hey, man, you gotta have if you're the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think they're going to come out and play, especially at home, the way they supposed to play. They're going to come out and play like it's desperation. And I think that could turn out to be dangerous, but the Rams could win this ball game with all the injuries and with all the adversity that the Cincinnati Bengals going through. So we get to the favorite part of the show, Mr. Conn, man. We get to the NBA portion of the show right here. Now it's on. There you go. Here we go, right here. This is me and comments right here. We got Joe Burrow pushing to play. He's practice Saturday and Sunday. All right. That's good news if he's pushing to play. Offensive line still got to protect them. Still got to protect them though. But hey, that's a big plus for the Bengals right there. So we got the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks making a future. Making it future in the playoffs. How far you think the Knicks can go? Do you feel some type of regression for the New York Knicks this season? And if they do make the playoff, how they made it to the semifinals last year? I think they overachieved last year. I think if you ask me, they did overachieve. Even with Jalen Brunson last year, Jalen Brunson was the cream of the crop of that team last year. How you feel about the Knicks coming into this season, Con, man?
Well, Coach, they remind me of Atlanta Hawks. Remember a couple years ago when Atlanta shot in the playoffs? I think the Knicks are the same way. As far as are they going to regress? I don't know. Because, the Knicks put a spanking on the Cavs in the playoffs. I think Cavs are going to come back at them this year. So to answer your question, I think they're going to regress. They got to find out how to handle Randall as far as offensively and defensively. I mean, the backcourt solid. I think they're going to decide what they're going to do with their big men. They really haven't, I think, improved themselves over the course of the summer as much as they need to. To answer your question, yeah, they definitely are probably not even going to make the playoffs this year.
All right, so you got them out of the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So give me who you gonna put in? Who you putting in? Give me a team that you high on. Give me a team that you higher on in the East. Possibility over there. That make it replace them, in your opinion. Oh, Con man froze out a little bit. You good, Con man?
I'm good. I got one. Watch out for Orlando.
Okay.
Watch out for Orlando. They got the upcoming, most recent rookie of the year. They got Suggs coming back. I like the way the front liners. Watch out for Orlando.
Got you.
Because you got Miami, you got the guys who. Detroit is going to be real tough. Detroit is going to be very tough.
I think I definitely think Orlando is definitely going to improve, but Indiana, I think they can take another leap up. Indiana, I think they're going to trade Buddy Hield at this point, but getting the rookie Jarris Walker, I think is definitely going to help him out. Halliburton, if he stays on the court, I think that's a big plus for him. You still got Miles Turner over there. You got Bruce Brown coming from the NBA champions. That's going to be a big key. I really like Indiana. I really like the way Indiana is building their team. I really like the way Rick Carlisle coaches. And, Tyrese Halliburton missed some time last year that played a big part of why they actually missed the playoffs. And Andrew Nembhard, the rookie from last year, very good point guard, versatile point guard who likes to get guys involved. I'm really high on that Indiana team, man. And you got Cool McCain saying to watch out for the Washington Wizards in the Eastern Conference. I think Orlando, Orlando is going to probably compete for a play-in tournament. And I think Indiana is going to be a part of that discussion. Maybe the Washington Wizards be at the bottom of that discussion right now. At the bottom tier, like doing a 7, 8 through 10 seeds. I think that could be a discussion that you can make actually right there. But again, like Conman said, the New York Knicks, like I say, they overachieved last year, and it's very possible they can regress a part of this year. It's very possible they can regress this year. So I had another situation that I saw. I want to get your thoughts, Con, man. I don't know if nobody don't know this. Donovan Mitchell will not sign an extension with the Cavaliers. So what does that do for the Cavaliers' future? And if Donovan Mitchell don't sign a contract extension, where do you see him going? Do you think the Cleveland Cavalier? Well, he's not going to sign. He said he's not going to sign an extension. So that means I don't know if he's not going to do it during the season or do it after the season. But what team what can use Donovan Mitchell's services?
Donovan Mitchell, it would be his best move to stay with the Cavaliers because, coaches, you know, it's all about the money. He can make the most money staying right where he's at, and there's still CBA and stuff. They can start a team reach the maximum financial ability. His best bet is to stay with Cleveland. And before the Knicks put him out in the playoffs, Cleveland was expected to be maybe fighting for the East title.
Yep.
So I think, given enough weapons around him, I think Cleveland's going to be fine. And I'll bet you he does sign the extension.
All right, got you on that. I think it's best for him. Like I say, if he want, I would think he would want to stay with Cleveland due to the success that they had last year. I mean, just making the playoffs for Cleveland alone is a success. Yes, you expect them to go probably compete with the New York Knicks. The series wasn't even competitive. Pretty much, it was 4-1. The series wasn't really even competitive enough. But other than that, Donovan Mitchell, if he's not re-signing back with this team, then again, something must else be going on in the organization. Something else may be going on. What's good, Mo? What's up, man? What's good?
What up, Mo?
What's good, man? Something else must be going on. Something else must be going on with this organization. If he's not trying to sign an extension, something else that we probably don't, that we don't know at this point. But other than that, I want Donovan Mitchell should be able to sign a contract extension. But again, he said he's not coming out and signing one, so it won't be surprised if he leaves. And if he leaves, look out for the New York Knicks because they tried to sign him. They tried to grab him. And they tried to grab him for a trade, and it didn't kind of work out. The Knicks didn't want to give up the proper pieces to go out there and to go get him. So the Knicks, like he said, could be a destination for him. He may want to play for a bigger market. But other than that, he did say he didn't want to come. He wasn't coming out with the contract. He wasn't going to sign a contract extension with him. And we got the whole Damian Lillard saga still going on. I want your thoughts upon this because I know Modem already touched on it. It already about the Damian Lillard situation. He said he's report come out for Damian Lillard said if he goes to another team, he's going to ask for a trade. Now I'm starting to think Damian Lillard doing too much there. But other than that, if you're Portland, I'm gonna send Portland a little bit of message right here. If you're Portland, stick to your guns. Hold them until you get the best deal. Don't bend over backwards for him. Don't do that. I know he deserves to be on a winning team, but he didn't want to come out and say, hey, I just want to be a part of a winning organization or I want to be traded to a playoff contending team or a championship contending team. He only wanted to go to that one team, and that is Miami. And if you're Portland, you do not gut your roster to just get rid of him because he's frustrated and he's not reporting the training camp. If he doesn't want to report the training camp, that's fine. Don't let him around the players. Don't put him around the players. Just keep him at home. Tell him to stay at home until they find the right deal of what's best for Portland. That's what I think you do. You just keep them at home. Don't allow them to be a distraction in practice, and you find the best deal. What's right for Damian Lillard. Right now, Portland got the leverage. They don't have to trade him. They can trade him at any point in time. Now, if he had a no-trade clause, that's different. He has a lot of leverage in that, who he wants to go to, and it's up to Portland to find the best deal. But right now, Portland got the leverage because, hey, they can trade him to any given team that they want to. And if he doesn't want to go out there, that's off Portland. That's off Portland hands at that point. So, Conn, man, what you think about this Damian Lillard situation that's going on? He came out and said, hey, if I go to another team, I'm going to ask out because he's trying to get to Miami. That's his destination that he wanted to go to. He's trying to get there. He doesn't want to go to nobody else.
Well, tells me is that Bradley Beal is one of the smartest players to ever come to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He had
Yep.
that no. So he
Trade
probably
clause
one of
help
the
you a
smartest
lot.
players.
That help you a lot. That
But
help you get to where you want to do a lot.
Damian Lillard, coach, do you know that he's still eligible for? He's got 4 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
And at the end of the contract, he's going to be 36,
Yep.
making $60 million a year. Now with the new CBA coming into effect, I think a lot of teams got a little hesitant. That's why no moves have been made. Of course, everybody knows he wants to go to Miami. So teams are not going to go get him knowing that he's going to ask for a trade. Let's keep it real. Miami wants him. He wants Miami. Obviously, there's no rush right now. That's why Miami ain't made no moves. That's why other teams have really made no propositions because it's still early. So I think that, as you said, Portland stick right there.
Yep.
They got a fantastic rookie coming in.
Yep.
I mean, fantastic. I mean, he like that. So I would stick with him until you find something that's going to give you an equal value. You're not going to give him away because, especially to a team he wants to go to.
Yep.
How many teams that do that? You may send him to some scrub team, but you're not going to send him to Miami unless you get more than you feel is of value to you. So, like you said, they got the leverage. Hold on to that, and find out what's going to happen in the near future.
Yep.
But of course, he wants to go to Miami.
Yep. And like I say, due to the Miami side of things, you already lost Matt Scruse and Gabe Vincent, so you lost half of your depth. And Tyler Hero, know you tried to trade him, so he's not going to beat out. So you got to trade him as well. You got to trade him as well. You got to come off him as well. So you basically gutting your whole team for just one guy, and you basically don't have depth on that team. That's one thing I will be concerned about if I'm the Miami Heat trying to make this move, because you lost Matt Scruse to Cleveland, you lost Gabe Vincent to the Lakers, lost him to the Lakers. And you're trying to get Donovan Mitchell, which is you got to give up first-round picks and some young players and Tyler Hero because he know you tried to give him up. You know you've been trying to come up off of him. So that could be that's a problem. That's a problem. And if you don't land him, if you don't land Damian Lillard, that becomes more of a problem because what do you do now? Do you hold on to Tyler Hero or do you go ahead and move him? So now you got your hands tied behind your back if you don't end up coming up with him, which is a possibility. A team still might try to trade for him because of Damian Lillard talent, but at the end of the day, you can't make a player play for you if you don't want to play for you, and that's a problem like that. But if I'm Portland, any deal that come up that I like, I don't care. I'm trading them to the team, and that will be the team that will be, like I say, Toronto problem if they decide to trade for him. That will be Utah problem if they try to trade for him. Now that problem is out your hand. Now you can focus on coaching your young rebuilding team that you got, because Portland already made it known later during the season they were tanking already. They were going to make that move already to get Scoot Henderson in now and give up and just go ahead and let Damian Lillard probably ride off in the sunset. And Damian Lillard already gave them a message: if you draft Scoot Henderson, then hey, I'm gone. And Portland made their decision. They going with the young rookie. They going with the young rookie who could be a stud. Who's going to be a stud in the league, which we will talk about some rookies in a quick second right here. But other than that, if you Portland, you don't come off your guns. You just hold them down. Don't let them come to training camp. Keep them at home. And the right deal, whichever team comes to you with the right deal, that's going to help your future, get you some first-round picks, then that's what you move them on to, and that problem could be up out your hand. So we go to New York, and we go to Giannis. Giannis is uncertain about his future with the Milwaukee Bucks. Do you think Giannis will leave in free agency since he's uncertain about his future? We know what the Bucks did. They re-signed their guys back. They re-signed Chris Middleton back in the free agency. They re-signed Brook Lopez back. So they got his guys right back. But Giannis is still uncertain about his future in Milwaukee. What is Giannis' mindset right now, Conn, man? Do you think he will actually leave Milwaukee if this season doesn't go right for Milwaukee?
The Bucks, along with Philly and I think it was Toronto, they have new coaches.
Yep.
Milwaukee has Adrian Griffin. I know I'm very familiar with Adrian Griffin as a ball player for Dallas and the Celtics. And his coaching career has grown exponentially in the last few years. His son plays for Atlanta Hawks right now, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Adrian depends what type of coach and how he can relate to Giannis. I think that plays a major role. Now, also, Giannis is able to sign a 3-year, $173 million contract.
Yep.
That plays a part. I don't care what anybody. That plays a part. Now, they signed Middleton, as you said. They got the pieces around them, and I think depending upon how far they get, I think they got at least make the Eastern Finals. I think anything less, I think he may bounce. He may bounce. They're talking about him, Embiid going to the Knicks. You know that's a destiny for a lot of players now. So I think Giannis is going to stay and see how this year goes. But if they don't make the Eastern Conference Finals, then he will have to make a decision. And coach, he don't have to sign that extension.
Yeah,
now.
You don't.
He can wait.
Yep.
So a lot of things can come into play. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with Giannis. I think depending upon how they get to the new coach, I think the coach is going to make a major difference.
All right, yeah. So it's a key question I want to ask you before we get into the next topic, because we winding down on the show right now. So speaking of the team that you brought up Milwaukee, you brought up Philadelphia, and I'm gonna throw Boston in there too. I'm gonna leave Miami out because they made it to the championship 2 out of the last 4 years when no one expected. They made it to the NBA final. Which one of those 3 teams in your mind is up under the most pressure?
Got to be the Boston Celtics. Have to be. Look at the contract they just signed.
Yep.
Look what they got rid of. And then they got whatever his name, the big dude from the Wizards. And I think the big expectations right now it's like do or die. How many years you going to have Brown and Tatum and they haven't reached expected goals? They made the finals 1 year.
Yeah,
but I think it's finals, championship, or bust. I think more pressure is on them because guess what? Tatum's contract comes up next year.
Yep.
So how are they going to pay for that as well? So they got to justify making them payments. I'm not saying that they're not worthy of it, but I think Boston Celtics are under the most pressure, no question.
All right, I got you. So Boston, I like that move. I'm gonna go with Philly. I think Philly is up under the most pressure.
Okay.
You posted at the best player in the league last year, who averaged 33 points per game, and I single-handedly touched on it. I definitely 1,000% agree with Kool McKay. I've been saying that. Like Philly is up under the most pressure. Now you're saying Doc Rivers was the problem last year when he clearly coached his best. He clearly coached his best last year, and they still didn't win it because James Harden and Joel Embiid don't know how to step up in the playoffs when it matters the most. We've been knowing James Harden don't know how to do that, but Joel Embiid has not done it as well. He's done the same thing James Harden's do. It's choked in the playoffs when it matters the most. So you got your 2 stars not performing when it matters the most. Now you go to the coaching problem. Doc Rivers gets fired. Now he was a problem. Brett Brown was a problem a couple of years ago. He was a problem. So you get Kelly Oubre. I love that move. I like the move, to be honest, on Kelly Oubre. If he stays healthy, he's solid coming off the bench. They added Patrick Beverley. Now it's pretty thing that the Philadelphia 76ers are adding those Houston guys a part of that team. They adding those Houston guys a part of that team. And it may be the same thing which happened to him each and every year, depending on the matchup they get into. They're going to do enough to make the playoffs, but you still got to see the James Harden situation. James Harden situation ain't good because we don't know if he's going to stay. We don't know if he's going to they still going to trade him because he haven't got paid yet. He haven't got paid by Daryl Morey yet. Then I think Daryl Morey promised him low-key. I think he promised him low-key that he was going to give him his money, and James Harden upset that he didn't get his money. So I think it was a secret promise. Would James Harden come out and say that Daryl Morey was a liar in public because he didn't get his money? Did Daryl Morey promise him on low-key? He maybe even did that. He may be doing that. But again, you got Nick Nurse, who's supposed to be a better coach than Doc Rivers, which I don't think he is. A better coach all time than Doc Rivers. Probably at this point right now, he's probably a better coach. I'm just trying to see what's going to be the excuses if they lose early, not get to the Eastern Conference Final. I'm just trying to see the next excuse what's going to happen. Is that going to be on Nick Nurse? Do you want him fired all of a sudden as well? And this could be the last straw for Joel Embiid if he doesn't win. If he doesn't win, this could be the last straw. This could be a breaking point. But Conn, you was going to say something? You wanted to say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to bring it from a different perspective. You just stated 4 or 5 things why Philly has not reached fruition.
Yep.
Those are the reasons. That's why I'm saying with the Celtics, because they have no issues.
Yep.
Philly has no issues. What are your expectations really going to be on Philly if Harden ain't signed yet? If he's still wacko? If the team is not built together? How much expectation are you going to really have on them? Whereas Celtics, they got no issues. They got no excuses.
I'm just saying, Philadelphia is still a top 3 team, supposed to be a top 3 team.
Oh, yes.
That's an expectation. When you're a top 3 team, that means you're telling me you competing with Boston, you competing with Milwaukee. And Miami is the team that made the playoffs 2 out of the 4 years that beat them one of the years, and Boston beat them like 6 times already. Boston whooped them about 1,000 times already. Toronto beat them once. Toronto beat them once. Yeah, when you're a top 3 seed, that you in it, especially in the Eastern Conference, you expect to make the Eastern Conference Finals, and you can compete. The good thing about it, you can compete with Boston, you can compete with Milwaukee, you can compete with Miami, you can compete with them. But when the guns all put out there on the table, you show them that you can't beat them when it matters the most. But again, I agree with you on Boston. I think Boston has higher expectations than all of them because they got better talent than every team, than probably both of those teams put together. They got better talent. But the thing about it, like Kuz McCain brought up, it was a coaching issue last year. They missed Ime Udoka. That team missed Ime Udoka. That team still loved Ime Udoka. And Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum came out and said multiple times, and you felt it in their voice that they really missed Ime Udoka and hated what happened to him. So I think Joe Mazzulla, he may be on a hot seat this year if Boston is struggling. Then you lost Marcus Smart. You lost your leader, your emotional leader. You lost Grant Williams to the Dallas Mavericks. Those are 2 huge losses in bodies on the defensive side of the ball that you did lose. So they did lose some pieces as well. They did lose some pieces as well. Said the Sixers are not good enough. No, they're not good enough. We already know that, Mo. They're not good. No, we know they're not good enough. We know they're not good enough to do anything, make it past no second round. We know they're not good enough. We know that. Look at comment. You already know. Yeah, you already know they not good. They not gonna be good enough. Yeah, it's gonna be Nick Nurse's fault. It's gonna be Nick Nurse's fault now. It's gonna be his fault now. They gonna want him fired next. He gotta be fired next. He got Tobias Harris. That man had a good season. Yes, he's not worth the money. He's not worth the money. I still would have paid Jimmy Butler. Over Tobias Harris. But that was the organization fault. That's not Tobias Harris' fault. That was the organization fault. Tobias Harris was down there the best player, was the best player in Game 7. How Tobias Harris is your best player in Game 7? That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable to even have. This man had a good season and he still got a lot of flack. He still got a lot of flack. He had a good series. This man had a good series versus the Brooklyn Nets, and he still got a lot of flack for what he did. So gotta blame the organization for giving him that money, not him. You expect him to play like that, but we all know he's not that type of player to be worth that type of money. Jimmy Butler, that money is supposed to be Jimmy Butler, and the organization made that fatal mistake to give Tobias Harris that type of money. But other than that, the rookies, we go to the rookies, man. Conn, man, what rookie you excited to see this season? What rookie you excited, like amped up to go at to see?
Everybody in the country is going to go after, and the way I pronounce his name, I can't say his damn name, is I'm not going to BMI. It ain't whatever his name is. I think everyone's looking toward him, but I'm going to Stu Hennessy. I like the way I've been watching him in the G League all year long. I mean, he's like a bigger, the way he handles the ball, the way he shoots, the way he penetrates, he can get to the rim. He's an exciting player. Of course, Brandon Miller came out, out of college, one of the best players as well. But I think everyone's going for the big guys, but I'm going to Scoot. I think I better watch Scoot and where he's going to as well. I think it's going to be exciting. Brandon Miller, I think he got to put some weight on. I think he's going to be effective. But I'm going to go. Those are my top three. Who are yours?
My top three. I got not Cole Anthony, but Anthony Black from Orlando. Yes. Anthony Black, that guy's a very good playmaker. Anthony Black. Anthony Black is a very good playmaker. Very good playmaker. If he can just add a little bit more shooting, the guy can be dangerous. Yes. He's 6'8". He's a 6'8" rookie. Played for Arkansas. I'm really high on Anthony Black. Me and Cool McCain discussed that. Big fan of Anthony Black. Can't wait to see Jarris Walker. Jarris Walker play with the Indiana Pacers. That's one of my favorite rookies coming out. Jalen Williams last year from Santa Clara was one of my favorite rookies that's over there balling in OKC. And Jarris Walker, one of my favorite rookies out there. Man, I think he defensively, off it, 3-point shooting is good. He's ready to come in and compete right away. He brings that toughness, brings that energy, that physicality in the paint. He also can step out and shoot the 3-ball very, very well. Can't wait to see him play in Indiana. And he's immediately plug in and player that's going to come out and help the Indiana Pacers. And one more, and a rookie is my guy, Amen Thompson. If you watch that guy, man, that guy got some crazy playmaking ability, man. Yes. He's very confident going to the basket with his left hand, finishes with his left hand. And if you see the type of athlete this guy has, he has a chance to become an all-world defender, too, at the point guard situation. 6'7", can play 1 through 3, very dynamic. If you watch this guy, you'll be very impressed with his playmaking ability and how well he passes the ball. Saw that. I know I know when we had the summer league going on and you watched them play, I see passes that most point guards can't even make that he could do in the NBA already. I see passes that he can make that most point guards won't even attempt to make. And those Thompson twins can be good, man. And Thompson is projected to be the better twin, but I think both of them is going to be solid. I think both of them is going to be really great. And Mo talking about the Cam Whitmore situation, how he ended up in Houston. That guy could potentially be a 3-and-D guard, 3-and-D forward. He can be a potentially 3-and-D forward. He should get a lot of playing time now. That Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be off this team. As well. So that's going to open up a lot for Amen Thompson. And that's going to open up a lot for goddamn Cam Whitmore. And Key got up 2 Villanova people doing well. Whitmore and playing with the Rockets. You got Maddie Segrets playing with the Dallas Wings. They doing already well. So them Villanova kids making a production. Go ahead, Conn. You want to say something?
I got to do this. I got to do this, man. I'm sorry. I got to bring this up. What about your guy who got a little incident about a month ago? What's your take on that?
Kevin Porter. I already said my take on that, but I'll say it again. I think he should be out of the NBA from doing what he did. I don't like what he did. He's going to be off the team. We trying to give him up. He's going to be off the team. We can't trade him. We're going to release him. We definitely need to release him. That was unacceptable, and that's also John Lucas' goddaughter too that he beat it up on. So I think that's vicious. Many blow-ups versus with the Houston Rockets. He also ran his car into her car. That's dangerous. That man almost tried to kill a girl, and he doesn't not need to be in the NBA for this type of crap right now. And we already trying to change the culture over here. We already had Ime Udoka going through a situation in Boston. Why would we need another crap job over here being stupid in a team that has faith in? We've invested it all in Kevin Porter Jr. We gave him the contract. Good job. The contract is easy to get up out of. If you want to get up out of, we can get up out of. We can. If we don't trade, we can't trade him. Then we're just gonna release him outright. That's good about the contract. That's what's great about the contract. But other than that, he needs to be up out of the NBA from almost killing that girl. He almost broke that girl's neck. He broke that girl's neck basically, and that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. We don't need no woman beaters in any type of league. We don't need that. We don't need someone like that. So it's tough, but We trying to build a foundation in the coach, and I think we will do that with Ime Udoka. I think we will do that with him off the team.
And I think the fact that Houston has made strides because they were like, the pity of the league for the last couple of years. But right now, watch out. They're young. They're hungry. They got a good coach. Watch out for them.
We added some toughness on that team. So hey, that's all we needed. That's all we needed. But last topic of the day, man, before we wind down. Sophomore season. Which will have a breakout sophomore season. Who you think will have a breakout sophomore year?
Now, I got my answer, but is it his sophomore year or his rookie year? I'm going Chet Holmgren. I mean, he was signed last year, got hurt prior to the season in a summer league game, sat out the whole year, put some weight on, got some moves. I heard he's been working out with Akeem Olajuwon, getting his footwork together, and I think you got to watch out for him. And look who's got it. He's playing with. Hey, I think they're going to be a tough team. Oklahoma City's going to be tough. You got my man in the backcourt with him. I think that's going to be an exciting team to watch. But the number one, I think, is Paolo Banchero. And the reason why, that's why I was telling you about Orlando. They got Suggs back. And Banchero, as you know, he played for the USA in Europe. And he played very well. They lost. They shouldn't have lost. But anyway, he played very well. I think he gained that experience. He gained that leadership. I think he's going to bring it back to Orlando. I think expect bigger things from him. Because look who he played with. They said Brunson was going to be the leading scorer. They said, look how well he played. So I think he's going to bring that to Orlando. I think that's the guy I'm looking forward to seeing in his sophomore year.
All right. So someone let me know if I'm wrong about this player. I don't know if it's his third year or his second year. So I'm assuming it's his second year. But I'm gonna go with a young stud out of Portland. I'm gonna go with Shaedon Sharpe. I think he's gonna have a breakout sophomore season. I don't know if it's his third year.
Second year.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Shaedon Sharpe. That guy can jump. You talking about jump out of the building and shoot that? Yeah, appreciate it, Key. Shoot that ball. Very athletic. Get to the rim. I'm gonna take Shaedon Sharpe. But the person who's rejuvenated and who looks good, Jabari Smith Jr. looks really vulnerable at this point of time with Ime Udoka coming in. But Shaedon Sharpe is my number one guy that I will go with for his to make that another leap. I agree with you on Pablo Banchero and Chet Holmgren. Them, I think they're going to be solid. And this is technically Chet Holmgren rookie year too, because he missed his first season. So he's a rookie. He can win rookie of the year. But in your mind, your top before we end the show, give me your top three rookie of the year candidates if you for going into the season.
Again, you got to go with Diama. I got to go with him. He's going to get the reputation. He's going to get the national exposure. He's going to get all the press. So at the end of the day, the people that do the voting, the more you see him, and he's going to be pumped up so much. I really think it's going to end up going with him. Although, again, Scoot Henderson may be one more deserving of it, but I think Yama probably going to end up getting it. And watch out for Brandon Miller.
I got you. So top three basically is the same. Big Vic is the front runner.
Yes.
You basically got Brandon Miller, but I'm gonna go with Big Vic. I'm gonna go with Chet Holmgren because it is his second year.
Right,
He missed the whole season last year, so I hate that. He's still a rookie because he didn't play his rookie season out. So I'm gonna put Chet Holmgren in that number 2, and I'm gonna go Scoot Henderson at number 3. So those are the top 3 right there. So Big Vic, he's gonna be a part of it. He's gonna be a big part of what San Antonio does. So it's been a great morning show, Conn, man. Appreciate you for being here, man. Tell the people they can hit you up at, where they can follow you at.
Well, I'm on this network. I have, I think, a very exciting show that I do Friday live at 5, called Sports Conn, with the Conn man and my co-host, the other Mike Semio. Yeah, a lot of good guests, and We try to do honest life things, and we keep it real. And it's a sports show, but we do other things as well. So please tune in live at 5 Friday evenings. And of course, I'm gonna be here with my man, with you, a couple days a week. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Got you. Shout out to you for man. It's an honor to work with you, man. Like I say, one of my favorite guys. Y'all stay tuned, man. The NBA is coming soon next month. Preseason October, have some preseason carried on to the regular season. Me cool, McCain, Conn, and Mike. We have something special for you guys in the NBA season. So y'all stay tuned. Man. So as for the first episode of the Sports Report in the morning with your boy Coach, with Conn, man, stay tuned. Me and Key will be doing the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. Y'all stay tuned with that. So peace, love, blessings, and see y'all in the very next one. Y'all, we checking out, y'all. Thank y'all.